Hey guys, it's Kristy here, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a foundation review. I recently got the Ordinary full coverage foundation whilst I was over in London visiting my sister. We popped into the Ordinary store and I immediately went to this product. And here it is, I got the full coverage foundation in the shade 1.2N, so that is 1.2 neutral. They did have pink toned foundations, yellow toned, golden toned as well, and I did swatch them and this seemed to be the best shade for me. This product has been really popular all over YouTube. Different YouTubers have been sort of raving about it. I haven't looked at any in-depth reviews, that's sort of just the feeling that I get. So that is why I bought this, but I am going to do a full honest review. This product was £5.90, so it was so cheap. I was really surprised actually because they didn't have any labels in the actual store, you know, on the product to say how much it was. So whenever I went up to buy it, I was quite shocked at the price. I did think it would be more expensive than that, so I'm really excited to try this. At the moment, I just have on my eyebrows. I used the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, and I also have a little bit of concealer on my eyes. I do have some of the Tarte Lip Quench on my lips. It is literally my favourite lip balm. My sister actually tried it whenever I was over in London because she is now living there, and she did try it out while I was over there, and it's really hard to describe. You put it on your lips and you're just like, like, this feels amazing. It's really hard to describe, but it is so hydrating. It feels amazing. It's not sticky, but it's literally my favourite lip balm. I also have in some contacts. These are the Neutrali contacts. They're daily disposables and they're in the shade Charming Grey. My sister actually gifted these to me because she was over in Japan recently. She's a songwriter, so she was over there doing some work and she was looking at the contacts that they have over there because apparently they have amazing stores full of contacts there, and she spotted these and bought a whole pack of daily disposables. And she does have blue/greeny eyes, so she said they didn't make much difference on her, but she gifted them to me in the hope that they would make a difference on my eyes, and I think they're actually, you know, quite nice. They're quite large, so they actually cover the whole of my iris and a wee bit more, so they've actually made my eyes look bigger, but I think they've done a really good job of covering the browns. So if you want me to do a full review on these, just let me know. And then of course, because I'm doing a review of the Ordinary full coverage foundation, I thought I would team it with my Ordinary skincare. So I have been using the Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5 solution. This just really hydrates the skin. It attracts water, and I put this on just before I put anything on my skin. So I put this onto bare skin, and then I teamed that with the Retinoid 2% solution. I just mix them both together and put them on my skin, and then I just put on a bit of my L'Oreal moisturizer. And then what I'm going to do is, before I put on the foundation, this is like a whole full face of Ordinary products, I'm going to be using the Ordinary primer. So this is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. I have used this before, but I've never teamed it with the Ordinary foundations. I haven't tried any of the line of foundations, so it'll be quite interesting to see how this teams up. So I will be putting on this foundation and giving you my first impressions, how it sort of looks and feels, and then I will be wearing it throughout the day. And anyway, let's just jump right into it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this primer. It is a sort of thick cream. I'm just going to focus this in the center of my face. So this primer does feel like it has smoothed out my skin. It doesn't feel like sticky or anything, it just feels nice and smooth. It does feel like a silicone primer would. It does say it was a high adherence primer. Usually with high adherence type products, they have a lot of glycerin in them, or they feel very, very sticky on the skin, but this doesn't feel that way. So I'll see how this sort of blends with the high coverage foundation and whether it makes it stick to my skin throughout the day. But my skin feels good, especially with the sort of Ordinary skincare underneath. It feels nice and plump, nice and hydrated, and it feels like it's got a good base for the product to go on top of. Let's go ahead and open this. I like the packaging on it. It's just nice and simple, nice and sort of monochrome, and I think it looks really nice. I think for the price, they're doing well. And then this is just the product here. It comes with a nice little pump on it, so it's hygienic and everything. And again, the packaging looks really nice. And then I have a nice little fresh Real Techniques beauty sponge. I just love having a brand new one. It feels all crisp and clean. but I'm going to go ahead, this is slightly damp, and just put it directly onto my sponge. So it does have a little twist on it, so it won't actually dispense any product when it's twisted a certain way, and then you twist it just slightly and then it dispenses the product. So it's quite nice if you're traveling. So that's how much I'm using there. So I'm just gonna dot this around. My pores definitely look blurred after using that primer, which is a good thing. And my skin does look nice and hydrated and smooth after using that primer, so I think it looks like a good one so far, but let's see how it wears, obviously. And I think this is a good colour. So one thing I've actually noticed is that I'm getting sort of balling just right on my forehead right here. I think it's something to do with that primer, so I'm just gonna try and blend those little balls back in, but that's just something to be aware of. So there is my first sort of go. I think my skin looks, well, first of all, it's a really nice shade on me. I'm really glad I went for this shade. The one thing I would say is it's not super high coverage, especially here and here. I can still see a little bit of redness, but I think my skin just looks so plump. It looks so hydrated and like it's had a nice drink of water. So I think the combination of, you know, having a good base, the good skincare base, teamed with this foundation has made my skin just look really healthy. It does have a nice sort of glowy finish to it. I would say it has a dewy finish. I usually think of high coverage foundations as being quite matte because that helps them to sort of stay on the skin. But I will go in and just do another layer just in the center of my face, just here. Maybe a little bit more on my chin as well, and I'll just see how this layers up. So that's just how much I'm taking. I'm definitely getting quite a lot of balling, especially on my neck. But I think the second layer sort of worked up quite nicely. It definitely did provide me with more coverage. It didn't go sort of weird on top of the first layer. I would definitely say this is a medium. I wouldn't even say like a high medium, I would just say a solid medium. So it's not really full coverage for me. I definitely have more full coverage products, and you know, this doesn't really bother me though. I'm happy with the coverage that I've got here. I would be happy to wear this into work, and you know, it doesn't look too sort of cakey or anything. Sometimes full coverage can look a bit too much, especially for an everyday type of look. If you're wearing it into work, you don't want to look like, you know, you spent the past 5 hours doing your makeup. Sometimes that can actually look like a bad thing. So I think this is a nice natural look, a nice natural finish. I just think the more I play about with the primer being underneath the foundation, the more I sort of manipulate the foundation, the more the primer's balling up. And whenever you're sort of sweeping it away, then it gets in your hair, then you look like you've dandruff. It's just a big cause and effect thing. So I probably wouldn't use the primer with this again. To be honest, I'm not really that impressed with the primer, so it's probably something I would leave out. But I will go ahead and give you a real good close-up. If you see any balls on my face, now you know why. Or if there's anything in my hair, now you know why. But here is a really good close-up. So now I'll just go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. So I am back. I've just gone ahead and done my concealer and my contour, blush, highlight, eyes, lipstick, and everything I'm wearing will be linked down below. My concealer went on amazing. It blended so well with this. It was really seamless, amazing blend. I then went ahead and set it with some of my Ben Nye Neutral Set Colourless powder, and then some of my Ben Nye Luxury Cameo powder. The powder went on really nice. I did go ahead and just dust it on with my Real Techniques contour brush, so I just went ahead and patted it on. I didn't bake my face or anything because generally I assume that most people don't do that, especially if it's just like putting on their makeup before work. A lot of people don't have the time to do that. So I went ahead and sort of tried to do what the general population would do, which is just sort of dust on a bit of powder with a brush. And it looks really nice, really smooth. I still have that nice, healthy, natural glow. My contour then went on beautifully with this. It didn't pick up any of the foundation. Same with my blush and my highlight. and I'm really impressed so far. I think I just look really youthful, my skin looks really plump, and the coverage is really good. It covered this redness here and on the sides here. So I will go ahead and wear this throughout the day, and I will get back to you in a few hours. But before we do that, I just wanted to mention the colour range with this. They have 21 shades in this foundation. It is really nice that they have all different undertones accounted for, and they do go down to really dark shades. You can just see the shades there, trying not to get my ring light in the way, but there is the darkest shade just here, and it's just nice that they have such a wide colour range, and it'll hopefully suit most skin tones. Also, I am doing a giveaway on my channel. I am giving away one of the Makeup Revolution Retro Luxe Lip Vaults. In it you get 5 matte lip kits, 3 metallic lip kits, and 2 gloss lip kits, and each comes with their own matching lip liner. If you want to be entered, just subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video and comment down below. It can be whatever you want. And then go back and like my 2 previous videos. I will have them linked down below just for ease. And good luck to everyone who's entering. Hey guys, I'm back. It is now 9 hours later, and here is how the foundation is looking. So I really did put this to the test. I was out shopping, out and about, and then I came home and tidied my whole house, so worked up a bit of a sweat, and I think it is actually looking really nice. I did go ahead and take out my contacts just because I don't like to wear contacts for a really long time. I only really wear them for up to 8 hours, so I did go ahead and take them out and put in my glasses, so you can just see a couple little marks there where my eyeglass pads have worn the foundation away a tiny bit. This is a dewy finish foundation, but I did go ahead and powder it, and then it went matte, and it is starting to look just a little bit dewy again in here, a little bit on my forehead just here. It stayed really matte on my chin, and I think my nose here has held up pretty well. It's just sort of a little bit dewy just on the sides here. It hasn't really broken down at all, other than right in here. I will go ahead and give you a close-up in a moment, but just under my nose, just right here. But I think the coverage is still looking really nice. It is covering my redness still. I am really oily, so I'm really surprised at how this has performed, despite the fact that I didn't bake my face. That's what I usually do on a day-to-day basis because I am so oily. So I'll just go ahead now and give you a real up-close shot. So that is without touching up my face whatsoever with any powder. I didn't touch up at all. I didn't use any blotting sheets or anything. So I'm really surprised at how this has lasted. It's looking really nice. It's quite different than the other foundations that I use, which are very sort of matte finish foundations. So it's quite nice to have something that's dewy, but very long lasting as well. I think it's mixed well with my oils throughout the day, and it's had minimal breakdown. It really hasn't oxidized very much or anything throughout the day. It's looking a really nice color, and my skin looks really plumped and hydrated, and I'm really impressed, especially for the price. It did wear away under my nose pads, but it doesn't look too bad. Every foundation does that for me really, so I'm not that surprised. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and this review, along with sort of me using the product with the other Ordinary products that I own. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more from me. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on my other social media. It's linked down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.